Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome to This is Football. Welcome to another Liverpool stream, ladies and gentlemen, and back-to-back streams on this channel. And the reason why I'm doing a back-to-back stream is because we cannot leave this subject untouched. The people who have subscribed to this channel, my guys in the comments, people who, support this channel, they want to hear me react. They want to hear me speak about this Liverpool stuff. So I'm not just going to push it to the side like it means nothing. There's important topics to cover. There's important things to talk about. And we're here. Alhamdulillah. Inshallah, always happy and healthy and safely. And so are you guys. There's so much for me to address. Oh my God. I was so annoyed. I titled the video, "No Need for a Title." Honestly speaking, I could have literally just put up the thumbnail and went live, and you guys would have still watched because you already know. I mean, look at you already know what's up. The Liverpool crest, the FSG, Lavia. There's a lot to talk about, so stay tuned. Big up to Red Chelly says, I'm waiting for my Fiverr super chat. I am not waiting for your Fiverr super chat, my brother, but I just got off a stream. And if you haven't watched it, go watch it about other Premier League clubs. So 10 minutes, I just went, I prayed, I got some water, and I'm here, Habibis. So yeah, big up to you, man, Red Chelly. Thank you for the super chat. Big up to Joe Cavalier, who says, my personal belief, they put in joke bids to get rejected. At the end of the window, we tried, but clubs refused our bids. Since Szoboszlai, no activity whatsoever, just PR bombardment by FSG. BS. I know it's mad, Joe, my brother. I think Lavia is going to be a Liverpool player. I still think it. But that's not even the biggest problem. That's not even the issue that we're here to address today. Because it's an even bigger problem than Lavia. It's so much bigger than Romeo Lavia. And you're about to hear it from me. I'm about to speak the reality on this football club. And we're going to compare to other football clubs in this league that are behaving 100 times more seriously without having oil corrupt owners. So yeah, big up to you, Joe. Thank you for the super chat, my brother. Thank you for all the support. Big up to the Football Corner, who says, I've got my popcorn. Is that Saad from earlier on in the show? Big up to you, my brother. Thank you for the super chat. If it is Saad, make sure to go subscribe to his channel. Big up to the Football Corner. Big up to Joe. Big up to Red Chili for the super chats. There's 264 people in. We ain't even started yet. So make sure you're slapping the like button now. Make sure you're subscribing to the channel if you're ready to do so. Every single one of you right now, please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. You guys know me. I'm about to go on a tirade. So there's 300 people here, minimum 100 likes. Yalla, minimum 100 likes. Just slap the like button before we get started. Subscribe to the channel. It is sad in the comments, so go subscribe to the Football Corner as well. But yeah, as I said, make sure you're liking, make sure you're subscribing, and let's just get into it. Lavia is on the thumbnail, right? Lavia is on the thumbnail. I still think Romeo Lavia is going to end up being a Liverpool player. I still think Romeo Lavia is going to end up being a Liverpool player. But that's not the problem whatsoever. That is not the problem at all. At all, that's not the problem. People keep talking about transfer deadlines. Oh, it's only the 1st of August or the 2nd of August. There's still 30 days left. There are 30 days in August, blah, 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 and etc., etc., etc. 31 days in August, sorry, and blah, 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 blah. Like, there are so many days left, in the transfer window. Why are you guys so negative? Blah, 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 blah. See, there you are already. See, it's just so easy. You know what it is? It's the same robotic replies over and over and over. It's the same stuff. Have you ever been to Anfield? Do you know more than Klopp? Blah, blah, blah. Like, and you know what it is? They've even, thank you, AJ, they've even taken the buzz off of this, like, whole Lavia stuff. It's almost like when we sign Lavia, the buzz is going to be gone. Honestly, like, think about it this way. Like, the moment Lavia walks through this door, the buzz is actually gone. Like, there is no real excitement like that because we've been talking about Lavia for like 5 years, it feels like. It's crazy. People are looking at the wrong date. I'm not looking. I am not, as Hussam currently, as a Liverpool fan, as a Liverpool supporter, looking at August 31st. I'm not looking at when the transfer window ends. I'm looking at August 13th. I'm taking that 1 and I'm taking that 3 and I'm reversing them. I don't care about August 31st like that. I care about August 13th. You know why? Because August 13th is the date that we start our Premier League season. That is the date that we start our Premier League season. And that is the deadline that matters. We all know in this comment section, we all know that Jurgen Klopp loves getting his players in pre-season time. We all know this. He wants to get them, up to fitness levels. He wants to see this, he wants to see that, so he could actually have games with the teams, etc., etc., etc. Now, I'm gonna make something clear. I'm gonna make something crystal clear for you guys right now, because I saw one of the guys try call me out on it earlier. Romeo Lavia, I still believe, is going to be a Liverpool player. I'm gonna say it again. I still believe Romeo Lavia is going to be a Liverpool player, but I don't think that's enough. I do not categorically think that's enough whatsoever. The reality is, we sold 8 players. We've got 2 in. Now, let's make something clear. I'm not saying every single one of them players needs replacing. Of course not. Of course not. I've never made that claim, never will. I'm not sat here going like, oh my God, we need a replacement for Reece Williams. Oh my God, we need a replacement for Nat Phillips. Of course not. That's not the point. The point is, things as currently stand, we've got 18 first team players. We've got 18 first team players. That is all. That is all. Nothing else. We've got 18 first team players. And you look at the situation that we're in. And I want to compare us to a football club that's not owned by corrupt Arab owners. Okay? So because people love to do this whole thing where it's like, oh my God, you can't compare us to City. City, blah. Okay, no problem. I won't compare to City. Let's compare ourselves to Arsenal Football Club. Arsenal Football Club had a problem with the centre-back position. Big up, by the way, to Sal and Scouser Doyle. I'm going to put up your comments in a second. Arsenal Football Club had a Rob Holding problem last season. They fixed that problem, and they went and they signed Jurriën Timber. Arsenal Football Club had a midfield problem. They went and they signed Declan Rice. Straight up, just solving the problem. Because Arsenal Football Club want to win the league. Arsenal Football Club next season want to end with the league title. So you know what they've done? They've went out this summer and they've addressed every single one of their problems. I'm not using Man City as a measuring stick. I'm not using PSG. I'm not using any of them clubs. I'm using a club, Arsenal Football Club, that we should be spending like they spend. We should be ambitious like they are. We should want to win like they do. I'm using a very regular example. If you give Jurgen Klopp the money that Arsenal have gotten this summer, we would absolutely decimate the league next season. We would decimate it. We would decimate the league. Even if Romeo Lavia becomes a Liverpool player before the Chelsea game, will he have enough time to be integrated into the team, to be ready to play against Chelsea Football Club? Look at this guy. He's been calling me negative earlier on. Now he's saying Aston Villa had a better window than Liverpool. You cannot write it. You actually cannot. So you tell me I'm being too negative, but you just said Aston Villa are having a better window than Liverpool. Well, I'm not even going to say anything. You just destroyed your own argument. Anyway, the deadline I'm looking at is August 13th, because that is the deadline that matters. The deadline that matters is August 13th. That is what we should care about. Because I asked this question earlier on to Tom Little in the space, because he's the guy who's like, oh my God, I don't want us to pay 50 million for Lavia. It sets a bad precedent for us. I'm like, okay, Tom Little, do you think Lavia is worth 50 million? And he's like, yep. Paying what a player is worth is never ever setting a bad precedent. How are you setting a bad precedent if you're just paying what the guy is worth? That's not setting a bad precedence. That's speaking reality. That's not setting a bad precedence. And the point I was making to Tom earlier on is, I'm not looking at August 31st. I'm looking at August 13th. And I asked Tom Little a question that I'm going to ask every single person in this comment section right now. We lost the league twice to Manchester City. We lost the league 2 times to Manchester City, right? Everyone knows this. I've got a very simple question, and I want everyone in the comments after they've liked the video to tell me the answer. And you guys know how we do it on This Is Football. We don't want life stories. We don't want paragraphs. We want a simple answer to a simple question. The 2 league title races we were in with Man City, how many points did we lose the league by? Go on. Go on. Tell me. Everyone right now answer that question. We lost the league to Manchester City twice. How many points did we lose the league by both times? Go on, comment section. Oh, so every single one of you is writing the number 1. There's ones being spammed in the chat right now. Oh, that's crazy. So you're telling me every point matters? Is that what you're telling me? So there's a possibility that the point at Stamford Bridge, if we are in a title race, costs us the league title. So every single point matters, right? Voila. Voila. Point proven. Every single point matters because we are going up against Manchester City. People need to understand, I am not going up against Tottenham Hotspur. I am not going up against losers Man United. I'm going up against Manchester City, who are freaks of nature. Every single point matters. And before I get to the super chats, let's just address the reality. The FSG PR spin. The FSG PR spin. Why are we postponing Lavia so much? Why? Because when we sign Lavia, what happens is, oh my God, guys, we have rebuilt our midfield. But I have a fear that I know everyone in this comment section would agree with me right now, or at least sensible people. James Pearce dagger. James Pearce dagger. Liverpool are not going to sign a centre-back because they look at Kwanzaa as adequate centre-back cover. The fear. The fear is there. You know why the fear is there? Because see how Terence already knows. Terence already knows. You know why the fear is there? There's something in life called PTSD. Based on stuff that's happened in the past. Liverpool PTSD is so real. Would any of you, be honest right now, would any of you in the comment section right now be shocked if you wake up and you go and you see an article, Liverpool look at Kwanzaa as the centre-back cover this season? Be honest, would any of you be shocked? I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked at all. I'm going to be honest with all of you. I wouldn't be shocked at all. I wouldn't be shocked. Thank you. See? K, King, everyone's saying it. And you know what's mad? We don't even need just Lavia. We don't even need just Lavia. Because we got 5 midfielders. Currently. With Lavia. Lavia, Szoboszlai McAllister, Thiago Curtis-Jones. After that, it's either young Bajcetic, that we are the reason why he's injured anyway. and other midfielders who are all young, like Bobby Clark, Tyler Morton, and blah, blah, blah. Let's all open the door, leave utopia, and come to the real life. There's only, let's assume, I'm going to assume we're only going to get 2 midfield injuries. That's it. I'm not going to say anything crazy. 2 injuries. 3 midfielders. That's it. That's all we have. We're 2 injuries away from playing Curtis Jones again. We're 2 injuries away from playing Bajcetic. We're 2 injuries away from playing players like that. And that is where the issue lies. Depth. The one word that Liverpool has suffered so much from. You go back to 18, 19, 19, 20. 18, 19, 19, 20, you go back to it. We actually probably had the strongest starting 11 in the world. Think about it. Think about it. Alisson, Trent, Robertson, Van Dijk, Ballon d'Or level Van Dijk, Matip, who was very good, Fabinho, Wijnaldum, Henderson when he wasn't crap, Salah, Mane, Firmino. We actually had the best starting 11 in the world. The best. But we never had the depth. The options that we had, were who? Shaqiri, Origi had some moments, but we're talking about quality and depth. It was never there. It was never there. That's why we suffered a little bit. We suffered a little bit because of the lack of depth. That's why Fabinho at 29 looks like Fabinho at 39, even though he's only 29. Because he played so much football. We ran the best DM in the world into the absolute pits of the ground. Not just the ground. We ran him into the ground. So I read a report somewhere that he's a 29-year-old who's played almost the same amount of games as a 34-year-old, if I'm not mistaken. I actually read a report that said that last season. People wonder why Fabinho dropped off physically. You look at City players. Why were City players able to win the treble and Liverpool players not able to win the quadruple? Simple question with a simple answer. Could you rest Salah in any game? Nope. Could you rest Mane in any game? Nope. Could you rest Fabinho in any game? Thiago in any game? Nope, nope. Van Dijk in any game? Nope. Trent in any game? Nope. Robertson in any game? Nope. Alisson in any game? Nope. Because you look at the bench, and what were really the options? What were the options really? Honestly, let's be real. Let's be real. While Man City, hey KDB, I'm going to give you a game off. Gundogan and Bernardo, go handle business. Hey Rodri, we're playing a weak team today. I don't need you. I'm going to play random guy today. Insert him into DM and I'm still going to win this game. Hey Erling, I need to rest you today. Here's Alvarez. Go ahead, start this game. Simple. Because the star players in the team were able to rest. And as the saying goes, before I read the super chats, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. When you make the same mistake more than once, I can no longer feel sorry for you or hug you and tell you it's all going to be okay, because it's not my fault. You have decided to make this mistake, not me. I can't feel bad for you now. I can't. And I compared our club to who? I didn't compare us to Man City or PSG. I compared us to Arsenal. Spend this summer. Just saying. Just saying. Anyway, before we carry on, there's 450 people watching us even at this time of the night. I appreciate you all being here. Love you all. Make sure you're all slapping the like button. Make sure you're all subscribing to the channel if you're ready to do so. Big up to Terry, Cavier, Zlatan, Sal, Scouser Doyle, The Football Corner, Red Chili, and Joe. I'm going to read the super chats out now. Thank you all for your support. Make sure you're slapping the like button. Make sure you subscribe. And don't forget, tomorrow, inshallah, we'll be here for the Bayern game because it's not that early. So there is no chance of me oversleeping, inshallah. So I'm going to be there. Big up to Scouser Doyle, who says, a rumor has it John Henry overstays his visa duration, so he doesn't pay for a flight home. He gets deported instead. Oh, I mean, he's such a, you know, Scouser Doyle, he's such a cheapskate that this joke isn't even funny. It's just reality, because that's really how he moves. That's actually really how he moves. Because there's just, it's a joke inspired by the sad reality of the matter. Very sad reality. Very sad reality of the matter. I know it's mad. I'm so glad you said it that way. Because we're not even broke. We're just cheapskates. That's the reality. The money that Arsenal spent this summer, we could have spent it. Easily, we could have spent it. Easily. Big up to you, Scouser Doyle. Thank you for the super chat. And by the way, Scouser Doyle is FSG out, and it's in the name. Scouser Doyle. Big up to Captain Sal, says, big up, Sam. Big up to you, Captain Sal. Thank you so much for the super chat, Habib, and the continued support. Always here supporting me, my brother. I appreciate you. Thank you. Big up to a Don called Zlatan, who says, Akhi Hussam, at this point, FSG can only make money to sign players if John Henry There is no way. There is no way you just said that. Oh my God, there is no way you just said that. That's crazy, dog. That's crazy. But thank you for the super chat. Kave says, Hussam, enablers have a few arguments left. I swear one was saying today that FSG aren't perfect, but at least they aren't. You know what it is, Kave? At this point in time, these guys, it's just become an ego thing for them. It's actually just become an ego thing for them because they're willing to go to the utmost degree to prove that FSG are good owners. It's generally just become, he's not broke, he's just a cheapskate, Zlatan. They're actually, I think it's become an ego thing, this whole FSG out, FSG in thing. It's actually become an ego because the other side is just so like, just not wanting to be proven wrong. That's the thing. They just don't want to be proved wrong. And they are being proved wrong right now. I mean, I've said it before, I say it again, people mock the likes of Colwill Red, but to be fair, he really is debunking FSG PR spin. How many times are you guys going to hear of investment coming? Come on, man. Big up to Terry. Thank you so much, Terence Tibbs, my brother, for the super chat. And he says, small club mentality. For the first time in years, we have a manager who is generational and our owners treat him like this. FSG out now, it's a joke. And you know what it is, Terence? I'm so glad you said this. I'm so happy you said this. I appreciate you, Chris. Here's the thing, Terry. You know, last summer, I got on to Klopp, and he deserved criticism, he deserves blame, all of that. I'ma say one thing. This summer, Klopp wanted Barella, Klopp wanted Caicedo, Klopp wanted Jude Bellingham. Lavia is possibly even wanted Ugarte. Lavia is probably option like F. Lavia is probably option F. The guy has shown, Jurgen Klopp, that he wants the best of the best to work with. He's shown that. He's shown that, and we know that for a fact. And we know that for a fact. Because we know how many times we've been linked to Barella. We know how many times we've been linked to all these players. But can we get it over the line? That's the $1 million question that no one seems to want to answer. That's it. That's the problem. I always ask this question because I want everyone to just be logical. Forget my opinion. Let's just be logical. If tomorrow Jurgen Klopp was offered Gvardiol, do you think he says no? Of course not. He's going to say yes. Of course he's going to say yes. Of course he's going to say yes. Do you really think Jurgen Klopp sat there going like, no, I don't want Gvardiol? Come on, man. Come on, man. Big up to Joe who says the bench is a joke. We will have an injury-plagued season. The young players will have the same issues as Stefan Bajcetic. And this is the thing. I can't expect the youngsters to play Europa League and just be full-time depth players for the first team in the Prem as well. That's why I don't want us to rely on these youngsters. And once again, you mentioned Bajcetic. You know what's mad, Joe? We are the reason why Bajcetic is injured. We're the reason why Bajcetic got those injuries. We're the reason why Bajcetic is in that place to begin with. Because we ran the guy into the ground. I want Bajcetic to have enough game time to actually develop and become a good player and improve and do all of that. That's what I want. That's what I want. I don't want him again. I don't want him again to be injured because of us. Remember what we did to Bajcetic? Premier League, FA Cup, Champions League, Premier League, Premier League, Premier League, FA Cup, Premier League, Premier League, Premier League. Like, he's actually such a good player, but we're the reason why he got injured. Because we ran the guy into the ground, and I don't want that to happen again. Because if Bajcetic gets 2 injuries at such a young age, it's not good for the kid at all. It's not good for him whatsoever. Anyway, we're going to carry on, speaking on this topic. Big up to Terry, Cavez, Latan, Sal, Scouser Doyle, the Football Corner, Joe, and Red Chili for the super chats. Big up to you guys. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. We ended July with a bang. Inshallah, we start August with a bang and carry on, all the lovely support that you guys have shown us on the channel. Make sure you're liking, make sure you're subscribing right now. Please do like the video. Please do subscribe. We've bigged up everyone who sent in super chat. So yeah, like, subscribe now. 200 likes is our target because we've got 500 people watching. So here's the thing. All these buzzwords that people like to use online, all the buzzwords won't work. Liverpool war chest. Today I put up a tweet. War chest, battle chest, skirmish chest, clash chest, fight chest. The chest keeps getting smaller. Chest, no chest, flat chest, someone said. All this BS just gets on my nerves. It just gets on my nerves. It really does. It really does. It really does, you guys. Every single time, they just keep telling us, war chest, war chest, war chest, war chest, war chest. Yeah, I could have conquered Rome with all these war chests you've offered me. And we get to the stage now where we're going to play Bayern Munich tomorrow. I want to see how Trent plays in DM in that game, because, at least Bayern Munich is like an apt opponent for us, not a horrible BS Leicester that we're going to sit here. Oh my God, we beat Leicester 4-0. Like, come on, man. I want to see what we do, inshallah, tomorrow against Bayern. Because that is real opposition. That is real opposition. So I really want to see what they do. And I don't have to try be a Spurs fan. Because Liverpool are not Spurs. Like, with all due respect. So, for me, the seriousness element matters. Big up to Ryan, says, big up my brother, we're a Finnish club, the FSG out. Also, Schmatke out. If Edwards or even Julian Ward were in charge of it, would be already done. You know what irritates me? This is what irritates me, right? A serious football club would actually have a DM in as soon as Fabinho walked through the door. As soon as Fabinho walks out through the door, we should have had a DM in directly. There is no need to wait. What are we waiting for? Honestly, what are we waiting for? Ryan and everyone? There is a serious lack of seriousness. And what I don't understand is there's something that's actually irritating me. Lavia has been available all summer long. Lavia wasn't put up for sale yesterday. Lavia has been available. Lavia has been available this entire summer transfer window. He's been available. Why isn't Lavia here already playing preseason games? Why? Honestly, why? Why isn't he here playing preseason games? What are we waiting for? We're sat there waiting for the Fabinho and Henderson money to make a £50 million transfer? Exactly. Thank you, Ryan, by the way. Big up. And exactly. Are we waiting for Fabinho's check to be clear? Like, what exactly are we waiting for? It just gets to the stage where it genuinely just makes absolutely no sense, man. There's so much lack of seriousness. And then you've got people like this going, big up John and Linda, good business people. Trent won't play Lone 6 against Bayern. Are you okay? Lol. Curtis Jones can't play it. Trent can't play it. Whichever option, he's not good enough. We don't have a DM. Stop trying to be edgy all the time. We do not have a defensive midfielder. We need a DM. We need 2, actually. And also, you say good business people. Once again, I don't give a F about from a business perspective. Couldn't care less. couldn't care less about your business perspective. I'm a supporter of Liverpool Football Club, not Liverpool Supermarket. All this business perspective means nothing to me. Even if it is a business, factually, I don't look at it as a business, because the absolute aim of elite sports is winning. Simple as that. Simple as that. So anyway, big up selection, big up Ryan. So the point is, the lack of seriousness is what's irritating me. Because as soon as Fabinho walked through the door, Lavia should have walked in through the door. And even Lavia alone isn't enough, you guys, because we've already spoken about depth. Lavia alone isn't enough. We need players, my people. We need players. We need quality and quantity now, specifically in that centre-back role. And you know the centre-back thing, this is what irritates me. I'm not saying anything negative about Quansah. What we've seen of Quansah so far this season, he's actually played really well. Big up to Quansah. He's played really well. I've got no problem whatsoever with saying that. I think Quansah has played really good for us this preseason. That does not mean that I now make him the centre-back that I'm going to sign this summer. Come on, man. Come on, man. Like, Quansah he's looking very good. He's looking very promising. But I'm not going to sit up here and rely on him. That's why we need a centre-back. That's why. And the problem is, breaking news, Fabinho's check bounced by James Pearce, says the Don called Zlatan. Zlatan, you're so wrong for this, man. You're so wrong for this, man. That James Pearce guy. When's the last time he got any information right about the football club? Anyway, big up Zlatan, man. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. I said bounced by James Pearce. You're so wrong for that. So wrong for that. Anyway, so when it comes to the centre-back position, I don't want Quansah to become the option. We need a centre-back. And I say this again, it's not about the tactical element, it's about the injury element. Because every single time we rely on players to suddenly stop being injury prone, they become injury prone. There is a possibility, God forbid, I don't want this to happen, but there is a likely possibility that Konate gets an injury. Because he got injured in the quadruple season, he got injured last year. And kind of the strongest centre-back we have at doing the whole thing where they kind of defend the Trent area is Konate. He's the guy who's going to do that whole, the quote-unquote RCB role, where he actually defends attacks from that area. That area of the pitch, he's responsible for defending it. So God forbid an injury happens, like we're sat there looking at a Gomez or a Matip, both not good enough. Quansah, good but not experienced enough. That's why we need a centre-back. For me, if you tell me right now, Hussam, what do we need? I'd say 2 DMs and a centre-back. That's what I'd say we need. And I'm not looking at the centre-back thing from a role perspective. I'm looking more from a attribute perspective. I want a physical who can pass the ball centre-back, you know? I want a good on-the-ball centre-back, a centre-back who's going to play well. And I'll be honest with you. Right now, even Jurgen Klopp doesn't know which centre-back we're going to sign. I think we're still looking at that midfield position to kind of deal with it. And then we're going to move on to centre-back. I don't think Jurgen Klopp is looking at centre-back to begin with. Right now, like just actually mentioning a centre-back like that. So for me, because he's saying like, with this whole centre-back situation, you need to also remember there is something with Liverpool Football Club called negotiation time. And you know what's mad? You know what's actually crazy? We either negotiate for like 30 minutes, like what we did with Szoboszlai, or what we did with McAllister, or we stay 3 weeks, what we did with Lavia. So it's just like this whole situation with the centre-back is worrying, because I'm just saying, look, even if we want a defender, if you include how much time Liverpool mess around, you're talking about a week of messing around, then a week of negotiating. That's 14 days of just, not kind of doing anything. That's the problem. That's the issue. And you know what I don't get? This entire thing was based on, even if Fabinho and Henderson stay, they were telling us, even with Fabinho and Henderson staying, before this Fabinho-Henderson thing became a thing to begin with, we were supposed to get 3 midfielders anyway. Honestly, ask yourself, isn't that the thing? Even when Fabinho and Henderson were here, we were supposed to get 3 centre-backs anyway. It's not like some sort of secret. We were supposed to get 3 midfielders, sorry. So this is my thing, man. Big up to Victor Liang, who says, all your target for midfielders are gone. Hussam, big up, brother. You lost Colwill, and Lavia is going to be big. 50 million, 70 million fee. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not worried about Lavia. I think Lavia do become a Liverpool player. I think Lavia does become a Liverpool player, but it's not about Lavia becoming a Liverpool player. It's about us messing around because Stamford Bridge is less than 2 weeks to go. It's less than 2 weeks where our first Premier League game starts. And yet we're sat here again unprepared. That's the problem. Big up, man. Big up, Victor Young. Red Chili says Defo centre back 100%. 100%. I said it and I stick by it. As soon as Szoboszlai walked through the door with Fabinho there, the priority became centre back. But now because Fabinho left, the priority becomes DM. Because the reality is, Red Chili and everyone watching, we actually do not have any player who could play DM. Like there's actually 0 active DMs in the current team. 0 active DMs. No player can play DM. Not a single one of them could play DM. And that's the issue. That's the issue. So yeah, that's the problem. So for me, I think in totality, this entire summer so far, given the outs and the ins, has been like there's some positive stuff. Letting go of Henderson for me is positive. Buying in Szoboszlai is a massive positive. Buying in McAllister is a massive positive. But we need more. I'm trying to be balanced. I don't want to just come up here and start shouting and ranting, because it's not even a shouting and ranting thing. People need to understand, by the way, for all the people who just say the same stuff over and over again regarding the whole negative for views, you guys need to understand. Even you as an audience will notice this. YouTube has changed. Football YouTube has changed. This is not 2013 anymore. You can't be negative for views now, because people actually want to listen to your football opinion. They want to hear you analyze. They want to hear you speak. It's not just, oh my God, be negative for views. And actually, as a Liverpool fan, specifically as a Liverpool fan, because this kind of applies more to our fan base than anyone else, being positive is probably better for me. Because if I'm positive, I'd get exclusives. But I ain't trying to get exclusives. I'm trying to be real all the time, man. Never going to change for anybody. Big up to Herbie, who says, FSG out. What happens to the Liverpool transfer list of players to buy this window to only sign one player? You know, Herbie, there's something that people aren't really talking about. Forget what Hussam said. Forget what anyone else said. The reports were by top journalists that Liverpool are going to spend a whole lot of money this summer. You know, the infamous war chest. So my thing is, no one put Fabinho and Henderson on any sales thing, and we still were supposed to get like unbelievable midfielders. Now the issue is, Fabinho and Henderson left, so shouldn't we be getting more than just one? So it's not just Lavia for me. Once again, I repeat, I'm confident of us getting Lavia. It's not even a Lavia thing. Even if we get Lavia, the guy after that also is necessary, because we actually genuinely have no depth in that position. We need another DM. When it comes to center back, that's another position I've already explained, like why we need it. So for me, this Liverpool transfer window so far, thanks so much Herbie, needs a bit of work, man. We cannot be done. Are you confident in the first 3 games, Osama? I don't see you confident. The transfer window ends first week of September. I'm not confident about nothing currently. As currently constructed, of course I'm not confident. Of course I'm not confident, because I'm worried that Lavia doesn't have enough time to integrate into the team, Victor. And that's my thing. So yeah, I'm kind of worried. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm really kind of worried. I'm really kind of worried. Big up to you, Victor. Thank you so much for the super chats. Listen, big up to Herbie, big up Victor, big up Selection, big up Ryan. Big up to Terry, Cave, Zlatan, Sal, Scouser Doyle, the Football Corner, Joe, and Red Chili for the super chats. Big up to everyone who sent in all the love and support. Big up to Craig. We're going to put up his comment on the screen right now. Make sure you're all liking the video. Make sure you're all subscribing to the channel if you're ready to do so. Every single person watching us right now, please do like the video. Please do subscribe. Keep letting us know your thoughts in the comment section down below. We're being very interactive with the comment section today. So please do like, do subscribe. Big up to Craig, who says, big up Hussam. 2 in, 8 out. We have made 52 million in sales, but can't fork out 50 million for a crucial position. All the media spin is a bootlicking campaign for FSG. Sick and effing tired of the BS. And I agree. You know, the PR spins, the media spins. When I first joined Twitter and when I first joined the content creating world, I was like, this whole PR spin thing doesn't make sense. But the more you think about it, the more you realize it really does make sense. It really, just think about it. It really makes sense, doesn't it? Because the movie is being repeated over and over and over again with the same heroes and the same villains and the same storylines over and over and over again. Let's be real. Anytime there's like pressure, it's like, oh my God, the FSG are looking for investments. Billy Hogan has told us that FSG are looking for investment. Like, oh, here we go again. And anytime we don't spend well in the summer, it's like, hey guys, by the way, next summer we're going to spend a whole lot of money. The war chest is coming. This whole PR spin thing is reality, you know? It really is reality. Because when you look at it, no real major big journalist or any journalist related to Liverpool Football Club in general is actually FSG out, or actually speaks against the owners, or actually addresses the owners. So, you know, it's the media spin stuff is real, Craig. Ash, I don't know if that's true or not, but it wouldn't shock me whatsoever if it's true. I'm gonna be honest with you. Anyway, as I was saying, please do like the video, please do subscribe. Big up to Craig as well. So yeah, like, subscribe. So look, tomorrow, inshallah, we're gonna be here for the watch along to do Liverpool against Bayern, because it's not early, it's not 10 a.m. So inshallah, I'll be awake to do the watch along for Liverpool versus Bayern. And I think, looking at you know, the situation that Liverpool Football Club are in, I feel we do head into the season unprepared. I do feel that we haven't really learned from the past mistakes. And I do feel like this season really hasn't taught us much. We aren't really looking at the season as a learning curve, because we do need to learn from it. Depth is so necessary. Us not running players into the ground is so necessary. Us honestly actually making the right decision on the transfer window is also necessary. And we cannot, as a serious football club, pull up to Stamford Bridge with no DM. I don't think that's not like explainable in any way, shape, or form. Given the fact that already Lavia is plan like D or E or F. The question I ask is like, what is plan Z? You know? What is plan Z? James Ward-Prowse? Sanderberg? I don't know what plan Z is. Some random bald Belgian who could tackle people? Like, I just don't know, man. Like, it's just this whole situation, bro. Like, I just wish we just were actually serious. We address what need to be addressed, and we actually kept it stepping, man. Like, Lavia could have used playing against Firth, playing against Leicester, playing against Bayern, you know? So he would have actually just played with the team, played with the squad, met Jurgen Klopp, met the players. It's not like he's some sort of like, you know, how can I say this? He's some sort of stranger to all of this. Like, come on, man. Come on, bro. It's so irritating, man. It's just so unprepared. Like, people need to realize the Premier League really does start in like 11 days for us, bro. We just don't have time, man. We just don't have time for this BS. Specifically, given the way the season ended, like big Liverpool Football Club went from quadruple to Europa League. Come on, man. Honestly, it's so irritating. Like, just get the players in and let us start winning again, bro. And I hope my centre-back fear doesn't come through. I hope so. Because Jurgen Klopp has publicly said that we need a centre-back. So I really hope we get one. But anyway, listen, this was a late show. Start of August, we weren't going to leave you guys hanging with all the news coming out. So look, be patient with the Lavia thing. I think he ends up being a Liverpool player. Big up to Joe, big up to Red Chili, big up to the Football Corner, Scouser Doyle, Sal, Zlatan, Cave, Terry, Ryan, Selection, Victor, Herbie, and Craig for the super chats. I love you all for all the support you've shown me. Honestly, this channel's community, inshallah, keeps growing and we grow together. Inshallah, we'll be back tomorrow as well for the watch along, the Liverpool versus Bayern watch along. I wasn't going to leave you guys hanging today with just not addressing it at all. So we went live and we spoke about it. And I see people, you know, making the complaints that, oh my God, it's repetitive. Well, my club is making repetitive news and repetitive mistakes, but I still have to address it. I still have to speak on it. And I always say something different every day. Like today, I spoke on Konate playing that role specifically. You know, I spoke on multiple different things. It's not just me saying, you know, with all due respect, I'm not here to do the NPC challenge. You know, hello, like and subscribe. Hello, like I'm not here to do all that weird stuff, bro. Like, you know, so like the club are even limiting the buzz of the player. Like, you know, so this whole situation with Romeo Lavia, like they've actually killed the buzz because we've been talking about Lavia for like a month now. It's like, you know, so it's just what can a man do? Like, we're linked to Lavia every day. Who do you want me to talk about? Bobby Clark? Like, I've got to talk about Lavia. Big up to Joe, who says this is the 6th year that we have seen the mirror of each year. Klopp is in trouble. I don't understand, Joe, how there are actual people who are actually not worried about next season. Honestly, currently as things stand, you should be worried. You know why? Injuries happen. Injuries happen, bro. Whether we like it or not, injuries happen. People will get injured. People will get injured. And then we've got to rely on our depth, which really isn't that strong. So, Joe, you're absolutely correct, 100%. And we are in trouble this season. Klopp not winning another Premier League, so let's just let George negotiate deals built for the next cycle without Klopp. Peace. Yeah, but selection, that's your loser mentality coming out. I'm going to tell you why. You're the same guy that tells us, oh, football is a business. All of this. Football is a business, blah, blah, blah. From a business perspective, you shouldn't be upset. We end up in top 4, right? So from a business perspective, it's correct. I should be able to give selection 4th place for the next 20 years and he shouldn't complain. Because from a business perspective, us getting 4th is the aim. Second of all, I'm not trying to build for the next cycle without Klopp because my belief in Klopp and your belief in Klopp are different. You're Klopp out, I'm not. Klopp is the only guy to get a gold medal against Pep Guardiola. I'm going to back that guy. I'm going to back the guy that beat the guy. So I'm not going to go against Klopp. And by the way, this summer has already proven to us, like, I can lie to you guys, you cannot go against Klopp after this summer because he's actually shown you he wants the players. See, look at this guy. There you are. There you are. The truth always comes out. Man said deserve. Here we go again. Honestly, just because I met you selection, I really hope Brighton fail. I really do. Anyway, slap the like button, subscribe. We'll see you all inshallah tomorrow on the Liverpool Bayern watch along. I love you all, and I will see you guys tomorrow, inshallah, with all of us happy and healthy and safe. Peace out.